Hi Pawan, welcome to your reading to see what your enemy is realizing about you. So, I'm gonna start off with, I think, tarot. I'll start off with tarot. And then I'll pull oracle cards. So, what is your enemy realizing about you? You've got the Nine of Wands. Poison, fire, coal. Your enemy is realizing that you are hurt, more hurt than they thought that you would be. That you're also tired of having to defend yourself. You're tired of people disappointing you. And as a result of this, you're just really keeping up very strong boundaries. So I feel like this realization has come after you've kept up quite strong boundaries with them. This made them realize how hurt or how tired you were of them. So, what else? What is Pawan's enemy realizing about Pawan? We got strength. So they're realizing that although you feel this way, that you still have a lot of strength within you, that they didn't manage to break, I'm hearing. They're realizing that they didn't manage to fully break or damage your ego or your identity or whatever it is that you use as a strength in some way. This could just be the strength that you have to continue forward. Like, this could really just be, you could also have moved far away from this person, left the nest, so to speak. So I feel like for a lot of you, this is like a toxic parent or an abusive parent. We got Four of Cups. They're realizing that you don't care about them. You don't care. I don't think that you guys even really hate this person. Not necessarily. You just don't feel anything towards them. You couldn't care less about them and what's going on with them. They're realizing that you are very just disconnected from them. Like, you don't feel anything towards them. What else is this enemy realizing about Pawans? We got the Star and the World. They could be realizing that you guys are gaining a lot of attention online or just in front of a very big audience of people. But I'm hearing that your name is known in some way. They're realizing that you actually have some type of particular energy that someone would need in order to stand out in the world in some type of way. And I'm hearing as well that they're realizing that other people really love you. That's also something that they're realizing. Other people really love you, have a positive view of you. I'm hearing golden treatment. So this person could feel like you're getting golden treatment from people simply because they have a favourable opinion or view of you. This person could even be realizing that this is because you're quite a sweet person, and you could also be quite a healing person as well to others. Maybe not to them, but to other people. Okay, what else? What is Pile 1's enemy realizing about them? What is Pile 1's enemy realizing about them? We got haunting. I've moved on to the index cards that I've made. So we got haunting. For some of you, for a few of you, your enemy is realizing that you have the capability to make certain paranormal or supernatural things happen spiritually. For others of you, your enemy is realizing that you've actually stuck with them for longer than they expected you to, energetically. Either way, this is a message about your energy being able to stick with them and influence them in some type of way. Right, they can't get rid of either you or your energy or the thought of you. We got stalking in real life. What did they realize about you? From this, I'm picking up on how your enemy is realizing that you know things about their real life that they feel like you shouldn't know. That's what I'm feeling like. You could be into divination, and so you can look into this person's life. I don't know if that's what you're doing, but this person feels like you know what's going on in their personal life. If this is someone who you know in person, then this is just, they feel like you know what's happening in their private life. But for some of you, this person could be an enemy online or at a distance to you, and they feel like you still know what's going on in their real life. What is this enemy realizing about you, Pile 1? What is this energy realizing about Pile 1? We got gossip. With this, I think your enemy is realizing that you're actually speaking about them. You're speaking out about them, perhaps. Exposing them through communicating with other people about things that they've done or things that they've said. For some of you, you could be gossiping about this person's personal life, and they might not know how you even know the information that you know. So, with this haunting card and the stalking in real life and this gossip, I just feel like your enemy is realizing that I'm hearing that you're someone who they should be afraid of in some type of way, because you know more than you're supposed to, or you know more than they thought you would have. Then we got, you need to cleanse yourself. So what are they realizing about you? They're realizing that you getting rid of them was your way of cleansing yourself, because they're realizing that you realized that they were some type of poison. Like I said, the poison fire coral card came out. That was the 9 of Wands, talking about being hurt, being maybe even damaged in some type of way. But yeah, this person's realizing, this enemy of yours is realizing that you realized that you needed to cleanse yourself of them, that you needed to get rid of them because they were poison in some type of way. It's like the antidote to this poison was just complete disconnection, supporting that Four of Cups energy that came out. Now I see why they feel like you don't care about them at all. Okay, last 2 cards. What is your enemy realizing about you? We got drink more water coming out. Some of you might need to drink more water. But what's your enemy realizing about you? With this, I'm feeling like your enemy is realizing that you're actually feeling your emotions and accepting your emotions, whatever emotions that you actually feel. You could have been someone who suppressed your emotions before, or would have never voiced your emotions, but I don't think you're doing that anymore. I think you're keeping yourself very emotionally connected to yourself. So yeah, you're not suppressing your emotions anymore, because you could have done that as a way of coping with whatever this person was doing. It was more like a survival mechanism, but now that I feel like for a lot of you, you don't have to be in that energy anymore. Even though you still might find yourself there, you're in a much better space away from this person. So now it's like you can feel your emotions a lot more, and that's almost fueling your need or your reasoning for keeping up boundaries with this person. One last card. What is your enemy realizing about you? Are you being authentic? What are they realizing about you? They're realizing that they actually don't know who you are or what to think about you, or how they should take this, because they can't tell if you're being serious or not. It's like this person's in disbelief about you creating distance or disconnecting from them, whether that's emotionally, physically, in whatever way. It's like, because I'm hearing, are you being real? Like, this person can't believe that you've disconnected yourself from them. But why would you not if they were poisonous? This is a typical abusive person, whether that's physically abusive, mentally abusive, verbally, whatever. This is a typical abusive person who was delusional enough to think that you wouldn't eventually leave them behind. Probably because there are countless people in their lives who they've abused and they never left. But clearly you were not like these other people. You were different. You found a way out. You didn't just accept victimhood status. You turned into a survivor and you got yourself away from them. So, yeah, that's what I'm seeing for you guys, Pile 1. It seems like your enemy is realizing that you are not playing games when it comes to keeping yourself safe and protecting yourself and just keeping this person out of your life, because you've realized that they are poison and they know that now. And with that gossip card coming out, I feel like a lot of other people might be realizing that this person is poisonous too. You could be putting something on full display for people to figure out something about this person. So yeah, that's what I'm seeing for you guys, Pile 1. Thank you so much for listening, and I'll see you in my next reading. Bye. Okay, Pile 2. Welcome to your reading. Let's see what your enemy is realizing about you. I'm going to try to receive messages without cards for a little bit. I don't know why. I just feel like doing that. So let's see what comes through. There's something here about your innocence. Your enemy is realizing your innocence about something or with something. They could have felt like you were guilty of something before, but it's almost like they're realizing that they were wrong, or that other people were wrong, that you actually weren't at fault for whatever you were accused of. Your enemy is also realizing that you have created a lot of distance. Like, it's almost like you're just off out in the world and you don't have any intentions on coming back. That's how they feel. They feel like, because I'm seeing a bus just driving, like they just feel like you're traveling further and further away from them. This could even be metaphorical, like your enemy might be realizing that you're expanding your life, just in terms of your career, your self-improvement, anything in your life. So yeah, so far they've realized that you're innocent with something or regarding something, and that you are either expanding your life more and more, or you're constantly traveling or getting more and more distant in some way from them. Yeah, now I'm seeing a boat. They could be realizing that you're feeling free. There's like a energy of freedom that you feel like you have now that you're away from somewhere. Maybe this doesn't even have to be from them, although for most of you it definitely is, but this could even be your enemy realizing that now that you're free from a place or a group of people or another person, it's like you're just expanding, you're doing better and better. So maybe they're also realizing that another person or another group of people were the problem in a situation and not you. Now I'm seeing a pig. I'm hearing a greedy person. I don't know why a pig is making me feel the energy of a greedy person. But your enemy is realizing that there is a greedy person that was to blame for something. A person who most people would consider to be quite gross and disgusting, whether that's due to their mentality, their behavior. This could also be a police officer for some of you, or there could be ties that this person has to the police. Misogyny, someone could be a misogynist here. Whoever I'm describing right now, this enemy of yours is realizing that this person was to blame for a lot of what you were blamed for. They see clearly now. So whoever is to blame for a lot of chaos or destruction in your life, they may have moved, or you may have moved away from them, or both. Both things can be true at once. And this enemy of yours is realizing that now that this person, this negative person, isn't around anymore, things are so much clearer for them to see that, like, you were never the problem, it was always them. Okay, let's get some cards. Damn, I've already done half the reading without cards. I don't think I'm going to pull many for you guys. What is your enemy realizing about you, pile 2? We got Death and the Maiden, Invasion, Boundaries Violated, and Dominance. Yeah, they're realizing that you are actually the victim of someone else, not the perpetrator of the situation. They're realizing that you were abused in some way, or taken advantage of in some way. You were violated in some way. Yeah, they're realizing that whoever this person is who's to blame for a lot of negative chaos happening in your life, this person is someone who, it's almost like, I don't even know how to describe their energy. Like, this person has no... This person, I wouldn't be surprised if they don't have a soul. And I don't usually say things like that in my readings, because I just feel like... I don't know, I just don't usually talk like that. But I wouldn't be surprised if this person literally does not have a soul. That's what this enemy of yours is realising. That this person, whoever they are, who violated you or invaded your boundaries or tried to dominate you in some way, this person has no soul. They have no empathy, no sympathy. You know what? I'm feeling like this enemy of yours could have been like an enemy who took the side of this person at one point in time, because they were led to believe that you were the problem. But they're now realising that that was never the case, that they just didn't see the situation clearly until this person, whoever they are, had left themselves. Now, for some of you, I'm seeing that this person has literally passed on, so they're deceased. So maybe that's why this enemy of yours is now clearing up their perspective on a lot of things, because you know how things come out sometimes after people pass away? Like, things come to light. I think that might have happened for some of you. But for others of you, this person's still alive. They just are dead to you or dead to this person for some reason. Or this person, this enemy is just like feeling like this person's gone in some type of way. Like they've cleansed themselves of this person. What else is your enemy realising about you? We got dried flower fairy. Sweet memories. This enemy of yours is realising that it's almost like they're reminiscing about who you were in the past, and after feeling like you were the problem for so long, it's like they're reminiscing about who you were in the past. Maybe for some of you, who you were during childhood or when you were younger. And they're remembering all these positive things about you. And it's kind of like they're realising that they really were manipulated, but it's like they should have known that they were being lied to, because who you are as a person just is not who this dominating, boundary invading energy is. Like, it's not like you were who this person said you were. So I think that they're realising that they shouldn't have believed whatever was said about you so quickly. That's what I'm getting from that. What is your enemy realising about you? Why do I get the feeling that this could have been an enemy that you didn't even know that you had? Like, this could be a secret enemy that you're not even really aware of having. But they could have just had like a poor view of you because of whoever this person is that was painting you out to be the problem and you never were. What is Powell 2's enemy realising about them? Violet Duchess, stifled, bored and stuck. Your enemy is realising that you were once suppressed, or that when you are around this dominating energy, this dominating figure, whoever this person is, that you are very suppressed, that you don't... This person suppresses you, basically. That's what they're realising about you. That whoever this dominating person is, they were trying to oppress you, suppress you, stifle you, keep you stuck, not going anywhere. Maybe this happened to someone else. Maybe this happened to this enemy at the hands of this person who did the same thing to you, and now they're realising it. Wow. I'd just like to see, is this enemy still an enemy, because I do feel like this person, they would have once considered themselves someone to be an adversary of yours. But I think that their mind is changing now. Unsuccessful. That's crazy, because I was just thinking in my head that this feels like triangulation that an abusive or a narcissistic person would attempt to do, and they were unsuccessful with continuing to triangulate this person and you. It's like, you know, when let's say in a family there's like a toxic parent, there's multiple siblings, and the parent tries to pit one sibling against the other by, you know, ruining that other sibling's reputation, just making up lies about them. But they were unsuccessful with this. We got love bombing family member. So yeah, this person, they're realizing that the issue was always a family member who likes to love bomb when they want something, or when they want something from you. I just heard you understand. That's what I heard, you understand. So this enemy of yours is realizing that you understand them, or you understand... Okay, I just pulled a random card. This is the Fate card. Alignment, decisive moments, opportunistic events. This gives me North Node energy. So your North Node is your life purpose, or, you know, the purpose of your life currently. This could have something to do with it. This was fated to happen. This enemy of yours isn't a true enemy. It's like they were made an enemy of yours through someone else triangulating them against you. And now that their eyes are open, they can see clearly now. And this was fated to happen. Death has come in and put an ending to the inaccurate viewpoint that this person had of you. So yeah, definitely this person's perspective has been cleaned up about you. That they're realizing that you were never the problem. It was always this person that they perhaps once was on the side of, or that they defended at one point. So yeah, I don't think that this person's an enemy of yours anymore. And this person of yours, this enemy of yours was probably a hidden enemy, or someone that you... For some reason, I feel like a lot of you would be surprised to know that this person at one point didn't like you. But knowing, you know, how people triangulate, it's like, yeah. This person is just realizing a lot. Your innocence, basically. So that's what I'm seeing for you guys, Pile 2. Thank you so much for listening, and I'll see you in my next reading. Bye. Okay, Pile 3. What is your enemy realizing about you? Let's see. What's your enemy realizing about you? We got the Emperor. They're realizing something about your authority or some type of power that you have. So yeah, they've just realized that you have more authority or power than they expected you to have. That's what I'm feeling so far from this Emperor energy. They might be realizing that you're more in control of yourself or your life than they thought you were. Then we've got the High Priestess. So this could even be authority in the spiritual sense. This person could now be realizing the power that you hold in terms of some type of energetic manipulation, magic, witchcraft, divination even. So yeah, they're definitely realizing some type of power that you have, that they feel like you hide very well, or you come across as a very unassuming person who they would never in a million years assume that you have this type of knowledge or power or authority, but clearly you do. So maybe this is an enemy that underestimated you and they felt like you were weaker. At first they thought that you were weaker than you actually were, and now they're realizing that you're actually stronger than they thought you were. Then we've got the Ace of Pentacles. What are they realizing about you? They're realizing that you have a new opportunity to build a new life. That's what they're realizing. And the Two of Pentacles is at the bottom of the deck. So they're realizing that if you've already stepped onto this path of a new life or a new job or a new career or something like that, then you are managing this very, very well with this Two of Pentacles. They're realizing that you actually stay in control over things quite effectively, quite well. And that could be adding on to this image of authority or power that this person is also realizing that you're having, or that you've always had. Then we've got the Eight of Wands. I'm feeling gossip from this Eight of Wands. I feel like this is like more so attacks. So attacks through gossip or communication. They're realizing that this doesn't really have much effect on you. They could have tried verbally abusing you, throwing a bunch of insults or just some type of energy your way, but it seems like you weren't really affected by this. So it's like they're realizing that you're basically untouchable in some type of way, or that at least they can't touch you in the way that they wanted to, if that makes sense. Like they can't hurt you or affect you in the way that they perhaps once thought that they could. We got the Eight of Cups in reverse. They're realizing that you're not running away. They may have mistaken your quietness or your silence for running away, but they're realizing that you're not actually running away. You're actually winning the situation in some way, shape or form in silence, behind the scenes. And they're realizing that they had the completely wrong perspective of what you were doing. They may have at one point felt like they intimidated you enough to make you run away from them or a situation, but no, I feel like they're quite surprised by how much power you actually have and how much you're actually affecting them in return. This could have been someone that you did a return to sender to, for some of you. Ooh. Then we've got the Four of Swords. Again, a card about quietness. Your enemy is realizing that you're actually more focused on whatever new type of life or whatever new job or new career path that you have available to you. And that's why you're minding your business. You were quiet not because you were afraid, but because you wanted peace. And I feel like I'm hearing backlash. Like this person feels like they've received some type of backlash for whatever they tried to do to you, especially if it's spiritual. Because for a lot of you with this Eight of Wands and this High Priestess, I am feeling spiritual work. So they might be realizing that you're spiritually way stronger than they thought that you were. They underestimated you. And now they're experiencing spiritual backlash. I'm going to pull some oracle cards. What is your enemy realizing about you, Power 3? What is your enemy realizing about you? What is your enemy realizing about you? We got 39, Portal, originality, idealism, and progression. They're realizing that you're going to progress forward with whatever new life path or new career or new work that you're preoccupied with right now. They're realizing that you're going to progress regardless of the blockages that they try to throw your way, because this is something that's authentic to you, okay? they're realizing that you're actually about this life, okay, in some way, shape or form. You're actually about this life that you speak of and that they speak of, but I don't think they're about this life as much as you are. So they're realizing that heavy. With this portal card, I'm feeling like this person's realizing that they've stepped into a whole new reality for themselves that they didn't intend on stepping into, and I don't feel like it's a very positive one, because again, this new reality for them is linked to the backlash that they feel like they're experiencing as a result of like trying to throw some type of negative energy your way. They feel like they crossed you in some type of way, and now they're having to pay the price, and now they've opened a whole can of worms that they don't know how to deal with. That's what they're realizing. Like they got in over their heads with something. What are they realizing? We got 38, the pack, inner work, deep connections, and soul tribe. This person's realizing about you that you're actually deeply introspective, you deeply know yourself, and so you can't be told about yourself by other people. You know, you'll listen to constructive criticism, but ultimately you know yourself, so you know when someone's trying to project, you know when someone's trying to manipulate, you know when someone's trying to tell you what to think instead of letting you think for yourself, things like that. And with this pack card, I feel like this person's realizing that they will never be part of your soul tribe. They're not on your level. That's what they're finally realizing. And I heard a long time coming, so I don't know why this person didn't realize this before, because I feel like it was always obvious. But they're not in your pack, they're not in your tribe, they're not on your frequency, on your level, nothing like that, okay? You've actually done a lot of inner work, and so you have your own soul tribe or your own specific connections with other people that you'd rather stick to. But I feel like they're realizing that they're really not a part of your pack. So maybe they thought that they could have been before, but now they're realizing that they were wrong. What's your enemy realizing about you, Pal 3? We got number 2, Sage. We got harmony, acceptance, and patience. This enemy is realizing that you're actually a lot more mature than they are. You're a lot more mature than they thought you were. You're a lot more wise than they thought you were. Like you're someone who knows how to accept things and let things go. Maybe this person wanted you to fight for something, or just fight with them over something, but you didn't do that because you know how to accept things as they happen. You know to accept what you can't control, and you're also a very patient person, so they're realizing that you actually took a long, like you're very meticulous. You take time to actually think and observe. So they're also realizing that you are naturally a harmonious person, very peaceful, like I was picking up on throughout the earlier part of the reading. Like you're just very peaceful, and that's what they're realizing about you. So I feel like whatever chaotic energy they felt was coming from you, they're now realizing that it's just the chaotic energy that they directed towards you coming back to them. But yeah, that's all I'm seeing for you guys, Pal 3. I hope that this reading resonated, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.